1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The President and the Prime Minister have extended felicitations to the Chinese President on his re-election as the General Secretary of the Communist Party of China for a third term. The Finance Minister says the information technology sector has immense potential for growth and can play a significant role in strengthening Pakistan's economy. The information ministers of the OIC have called for developing necessary mechanisms to fight disinformation and Islamophobia in all its manifestations. Malaysia has contributed $200,000 for the flood victims in Pakistan. The 75th founding day of the Azad Jammu and Kashmir will be celebrated tomorrow with a renewed pledge to continue to support the struggle for liberation of the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In the ICC Men's T20 World Cup, India beat Pakistan by 4 wickets at Melbourne today. And now the news in detail. The President, Dr. Arif Alvi, and the Prime Minister, Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif, have extended heartiest felicitations to the Chinese President Xi Jinping on his re-election as the General Secretary of the Communist Party of China. In the tweets today, they expressed glowing tribute to his sagacious stewardship and unwavering devotion for serving the people of China. Dr. Arif Alvi said the Chinese President is a true friend of Pakistan and champion for the all-weather strategic cooperative partnership between Pakistan and China. The Prime Minister in his tweet said it is a glowing tribute to his sagacious leadership and unwavering devotion for serving the people of China. The Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari also felicitated the Chinese President Xi Jinping on his re-election as the Communist Party of China General Secretary. He said it reflects enduring confidence of the Chinese nation in his sagacious leadership and befitting acknowledgement of his lifelong services to China. In his felicitation message, the Chairman Senate, Mohammad Sadiq Sanjarani, said under the prudent leadership of President Xi Jinping, China is making unprecedented progress in every field. The Minister for Finance and Revenue, Mohammad Dar, has said information technology sector has immense potential for growth and could play a significant role in strengthening Pakistan's economy. Chairing a meeting of the Prime Minister's Task Force on Information Technology and Telecommunication in Islamabad, he said the government accords priority to the information technology sector to tap its true potential. The meeting discussed issues related to the IT sector's declining exports and measures to bring it back to a growth trajectory. The minister directed the concerned authorities to take steps for facilitation of information technology sector and remove bottlenecks in order to encourage its exports. The information ministers of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation emphasized the importance of cooperation among the member states in developing necessary mechanisms to fight disinformation and Islamophobia in all its manifestations. This was emphasized in the Istanbul Declaration adopted by the 12th session of the Islamic Conference of Information Ministers of OIC held in Istanbul. The declaration also underlined the need for devising short, medium and long-term strategic processes in the fight against disinformation. The Istanbul Declaration underscored the need for presenting the truth about Islam in an effective manner, utilizing new and emerging platforms and technological innovations. Saudi Arabia has urged the Organization of Islamic Cooperation member states for joint media coordination in the light of great transformation being witnessed by the media globally to raise voice for the rights of the Muslim Ummah. This was stated by the Acting Minister of Media of Saudi Arabia, Majid bin Abdullah Al-Kasabi, at the 12th session of the Conference of the Information Ministers of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation in Istanbul. He said the coordination requires creative content that attracts attention and reaches the audience in a smart and fast manner. He stressed that political, economic, security, and health challenges and crises the world is witnessing today require coordination and harmonization of efforts among the OIC member states to confront these challenges. The National Assembly will meet tomorrow at the Parliament House in Islamabad. Besides legislative business, the House will take up matters of national and international importance. This is Radio Pakistan. Malaysia has contributed $200,000 for the flood victims in Pakistan. In a statement, the acting High Commissioner of Malaysia to Pakistan, Dedi Faisal bin Ahmad Saleh, said people of Malaysia are with the people of Pakistan during this difficult time. He said Malaysia extends its solidarity with the government and people of Pakistan following the devastating floods that have caused immense sufferings, loss of life, destruction to infrastructure, as well as unprecedented socio-economic losses. Pakistan's High Commissioner to Canada, Zahir Janjua, has applauded the Pakistani diaspora in the country for contributing enthusiastically to the flood relief efforts in Pakistan. Addressing a fundraising dinner in Ottawa, he said while the world has come to our assistance in the wake of the devastating floods, it is the people and the diaspora of Pakistan whose contributions will count in the end. He said the United Nations had reassessed and raised its appeal to provide relief and assistance to the flood-hit people in Pakistan to $816 million. He also lauded the role played by the organizations such as Indus Development Foundation Canada and the Pakistani doctors in Canada for providing health care to the needy in Pakistan. Prime Minister's Special Representative for Interfaith Harmony and Middle East, Hafiz Mohammad Tahir Mahmood Ashrafi, says Islam rejects sectarianism, extremism and terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. Addressing an international Tahzim-e Haramain al-Sharifan conference in Abuja, Nigeria, he said to get rid of these social evils, it was necessary to disseminate the message of Islam in its actual context. He said there was no room for such myths in Islam, as it was a religion of peace, security and moderation. He said the situation of unrest in some Islamic countries is due to external interference, which could be stopped by forging unity in the Muslim Ummah. Tahir Mahmood Ashrafi said the entire Muslim Ummah's message was loud and clear that they would not compromise on the security, sanctity and stability of the soil of Haramain al-Sharifan at all costs. He said Kashmir and Palestine are the two burning issues of the Muslim Ummah and they should be resolved as per the will of the Kashmiris and Palestinians. Kashmiris on both sides of the line of control and the rest of the world are celebrating the 75th founding day of Azad Jammu and Kashmir tomorrow with the renewed pledge to continue to support the struggle until the liberation of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and accession of the entire territory to Pakistan. The founding day is celebrated in commemoration of the freedom from the Dogra regime on the 24th of October in 1947. Special prayers will be offered in mosques for the integrity and prosperity of Pakistan and the early liberation of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Simple but impressive flag hoisting ceremonies will be held at all the districts and divisional headquarters. Russia has warned against revision of status of the permanent United Nations Security State members, including their right to impose veto. In a statement, the Deputy Chairman of Russia's Security Council, Dmitry Medvedev, said the United Nations Security Council's membership could be expanded. He said otherwise the United Nations would be faced with a systemic crisis. Cricket. In the ICC Men's T20 World Cup, India beat Pakistan by 4 wickets at Melbourne today. Batting first, Pakistan set a victory target of 160 runs for the loss of 8 wickets in the allotted 20 overs. In reply, India achieved the target for the loss of 6 wickets in the allotted overs. The Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif has commended the brilliant effort by the Pakistan cricket team in its today's match with India. In his tweet, he said the Team Pakistan presented a great game. And finally, the weather report. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while cold conditions are likely in the hilly areas during the next 12 hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.